In this session, we will discuss about relational algebra. Some examples on relational algebra expressions. It is very important to write a relational algebra expression or an SQL query. You should be well versed with the database schema. Now, as I go ahead with my examples, I will be referring to the same example, that is the company database schema. Now, main thing, you should identify which are the primary keys and which are the foreign keys. The primary keys will be underlined in a relation. So in this case, SSN is a primary key, in this case D number is a primary key, and so on. The foreign keys are indicated with the help of an arrow. For simplicity purpose and for better understanding of the queries, I will be also referring to the database snapshot. We'll look at the first query. Now this query says, retrieve the name and address of all employees who work for the research department. Retrieve the name and address of all employees. This data you will get in the employees table. Now here the name of the department is given. If you look at the query, if you look at the relations, the department name you will find in the department relation. So basically you require the department relation and the employee relation to get what is asked for. So when you pick up some tuples based upon the department name, from the department relation, you will get the department number. Now look at the employees relation carefully. The department number, which is a primary key over here, is also a foreign key in the employees relation. So I can apply some operator, maybe I can apply a join operator and then join this tuple with the employee relation and gather the required information. We will see step by step procedure to get this information. So I make use of the department relation and I make use of the employee relation. Now what I can do is I will apply a select operation on the department table and pick up those tuples where the name of the department is research. When I do this, I will get the department number, manager SSN and the manager start date along with the name of the department. Then applying a simple join operation based upon a common attribute between these two tables. Now the common attribute between these two tables are D number and DNO, that is D number and employee. How this thing will work out, we'll see. The first query, I apply a select operation on the department relation. They select D name equals to research. And I store this information in a temporary table called as research department. It will look something like this. Next, performing or applying a join operation on the research department relation and the employee relation. So research department join with the employee relation. I am using the attribute D number from the research department. So D number of research department is equals to DNO of the employee table and store it in a temporary table called as research EMS. So basically what I am getting is the employees who work for the research department. This portion of the table gives information about employee, whereas this portion of the table tells you about the department. Now if you see, we have only one tuple over here which is mapped with all the tuples of the employee relation. So wherever there was a match, now where there was a match? There was a match with respect to John B. Smith, department number 5, and D number over 5 over here. Again with Franklin T. Wong, there was a match of the department number. Ramesh also there was a match, and Joyce also there was a match. Now this table gives you information about all the employees who are working for department number 5, that is a research department. As of now, I have already got the data that is required. Now my job is to filter out the unnecessary information. So to filter out, what I'll do is, on this table, that is research EMS table, I'll apply the project operation. Let's see how we do it. That will be the final step in this case. So research EMS or research employees, I apply the project operation and pick up name of only those employees, name and address of those employees who are working for the research department. So project F name, L name and address, and store this in a temporary relation or the final relation where I name it as result. So this is how the final output will look like. So basically, until and unless the schema is clear to you, you are well versed with the primary key and the foreign keys, only then you will be able to write queries properly.